Sean Diddy Combs was convicted of a prostitution-related offense, but acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges. The mixed result came on the third day of deliberations. It could still send Combs, 55, to prison for as long as a decade and is likely to end his career as a hit-making music executive, fashion entrepreneur, brand ambassador, and reality TV star. The foreperson confirmed that the verdict reached was unanimous. After they read the verdict, Combs held his hands up in a prayer motion, looking at the jury and hugged his defense lawyer, Teny Geragos. Combs was convicted of flying people around the country, including his girlfriends and paid male sex workers, to engage in sexual encounters, a felony violation of the federal Mann Act. But the jury of 8 men and 4 women acquitted Combs of racketeering conspiracy and sex trafficking charges. This was related to allegations that he used his money, power, and frightening physical force to manipulate his girlfriends into hundreds of drug-fueled sex marathons with the men. Combs and his defense team argued that the women were willing participants and that none of his violence justified the severity of the charges. After the verdict was read, the judge gave the jury guidance on speaking about the case to the media, to the public, and more. Combs continued to pump his right fist subtly, seemingly satisfied that he was acquitted on the most serious charges. Combs seemed buoyant arriving in the courtroom, a contrast to his mood a day earlier after he learned that the jury at his sex trafficking trial had reached a yet-to-be-disclosed verdict on all but one of the 5 charges the hip-hop mogul faces. Combs smiled and clasped his hands together in the air toward his family and supporters before hugging several of his lawyers and sitting down to await the outcome of the jury's third day of deliberations.